Hello guys, it's Greg here from Kinobody.com, and we're going to talk about something really important today, something I really want to address because I get this question all the time. And it's about people that are, determined to getting in great shape. They want to get lean, they want to look chiseled, but there's some resentment from their family. So their family says, what are you doing? You look great how you are. Why can't you just be happy with yourself? Why do you want to try and put in all this effort? Why do you want to do this? And so the reason I'm addressing this topic today is because this actually came from a coaching client of mine, Colin. He's 16 years old, so he's young, and he still has a lot of influence from his family, from his parents. So it's tougher for him because he's not a grown adult. So I mean, his parents are gonna weigh more heavily onto him. And interestingly enough, this guy Colin, he started out at around, it's right here, 221 pounds. He started reading my blog, slimmed down to 210 pounds, got my shredding course, and then he got down to 190. So he leaned down a lot, and now he's around, just before working with me, while he was still following the course, he's around 182, I believe. So he's leaned down, literally, 40 pounds essentially, dropped a ton of fat. So he's so much healthier now. He looks a lot better. His confidence is way higher, and he's not at risk of, and he's not obese anymore because there's a lot of detrimental health effects. So I mean, his family should be thrilled for him because of what he's done, but they're not. And this is a common scenario. Now, I mean, they may actually be happy for him at this point, but he wants to take it further. He wants to get down to 10% body fat. He wants to have his abs showing. He wants to be really defined. He wants to take it to the next level because you know what? Frankly, he loves it. He loves being healthy. He loves training. He loves getting in shape, and I think that's awesome. So, another really thing going on is that he's doing intermittent fasting. So there's a lot of propensity to push away from fasting by the mainstream. So the idea of skipping breakfast for a long time has been promoted as being terrible. You should always eat breakfast, and it's simply just not true. You do not need a breakfast. As long as you eat your calories and your macronutrients over the course of the day, then you're fine. Skipping breakfast has advantages because it boosts growth hormone production. It helps blunt appetite, believe it or not. If you're not eating breakfast, it's a hell of a lot easier to stick to a diet because you can eat 2-3 bigger meals without having a snack all day long. A lot of people find just by cutting out breakfast, they're able to control their appetite way better. They actually experience better muscle retention by having their calories in a condensed period. So there are a lot of really awesome benefits with intermittent fasting. So basically, what this person's issue is that his family is going against what he wants to do, and I'd like to address that. So first off, why is it that basically people push away from your goals? They don't want to see you succeed. I mean, there's really two things going on. Basically, on one hand, if we're looking at it from the positive light, they just, they're loving of you. They don't want to see you struggle and work hard. They just want you to float along and be happy and be at ease. And that's not a bad thing. I think it's very important to, whether you want to get really lean and you want to get in great shape, it's very important that you accept yourself. Self-acceptance is huge. If you don't accept yourself now, you never will. If you tell yourself, I'll be happy when I'm 8% body fat, you're going to just hate life trying to get there because you'll be unhappy every second of the way because that's what you told yourself. You told yourself, I can't be happy until I'm 8% body fat. So the whole journey will be terrible. But then again, when you get there, it's not going to be enough because happiness isn't experienced by external things. It's not experienced from static things. Having a car, looking a certain way, that doesn't bring you happiness. That's just a form. So on that level, it's great what they're doing because they're basically saying you should accept yourself. You should be happy, which is great. But at the same time, they also seems like they're resenting it very hard, and that could be simply because it's a reflection on them. So when they see you, someone that is their family, someone they're very close with, putting effort into nutrition and into eating and into improving themselves, then it reflects poorly on them because they're not doing those things. So now they start to feel guilty. Now they start to look into their own life and question what they're doing. And that's probably what's going on to a certain degree. That's why successful people hang around successful people. Fit people hang around fit people. Low lifes hang around low lives. People that do a lot of drugs hang around people that do a lot of drugs, because everyone you're around has an influence on you. And so maybe they don't want to embrace the influence that you have onto them, because they're not working out and they're not focusing on their proper nutrition. They're not focusing on becoming lean and healthy. And because that influence is still imposed onto them, not by even trying to do this, just because you are just taking action, they feel guilty, not being in shape. So that is what will happen. And in order for them to feel good about themselves, they have to frame what you're doing in a negative light. They have to say, you know what? This is too much. Why are you doing all this? You're big boned. It's not healthy for you to be 10% body fat. It's not healthy for you not to eat breakfast. These are terrible things for you to do. You should just be normal. Just be yourself and just be happy with how you look. And so they're basically framing what you're doing in a negative light. And you just basically have to say, look, this is what I'm doing. This is what's meaningful and important to me. And I totally understand if this doesn't if this isn't something that you want to do for yourself, and you don't have to. To me, I want to be fit, and I feel more confident when I'm on my nutrition and my training. And there's a lot of studies that show that breakfast is actually not the most important meal of the day. There's nothing wrong with having breakfast, but I actually feel better and I can focus better and I eat healthier when I skip breakfast. Humans, for pretty much 99.9% of our evolution, we actually didn't have breakfast in the morning, and we actually do very well without eating first thing in the morning. That's basically what happens, and you'll see, if you look at what I'm eating, you'll see I actually eat a very good filling lunch and dinner. So I'm still getting in enough nutrition. I'm eating a lot of protein. I'm eating a lot of veggies. I'm eating a lot of healthy food. So don't worry. You have nothing to worry about. In actuality, intermittent fasting has actually a lot of neuroprotective properties. So I'm protecting my brain. There's some life extension benefits. And so I'm reducing my risk of a lot of illnesses. So I'm actually becoming healthier. But this isn't something you have to do. This is something that I chose to do. And, you guys can support me or not in my journey to becoming fit and getting to 10% body fat, but I'm doing this anyways because this is what I want to do. And if I was going to let you stop me from doing this, then I probably wouldn't have succeeded anyway. So you have nothing to worry about. Look, I went through the same thing when I was 14, 15, 16, because I was really into fitness and I wanted to eat healthy foods. And, what ended up happening is I ended up turning my whole family around because they started, eventually they started to eating healthy. They started to become more fit and more active. And so what might happen is they might resist this from you for a long period of time. And then as you just do what you're doing, as you lead by example, and as you be very positive and supportive. So don't judge your family because they're not working out and because they're not eating the same foods as you and they're not worried about how they look. Don't judge them for that. Just love and accept them from who they are. And as they see that, as they sense that energy off you, where you're having fun with it and you're not basically pushing your values onto other people, then they might become warmed up to it. And basically that is what's going on. So they need to know two things: that you're basically happy and confident and loving of yourself right now. That fitness is just something you enjoy doing. That skipping breakfast is not going to hurt you. You're getting in enough foods later in the day. And you're actually making yourself healthier. And that it's perfectly okay to focus on getting to 10% body fat. You just got to do it properly. You can't starve yourself. You can't starve yourself. You got to basically take it really, really slow. And strength training is great to do, whether you're 16 or you're 50 or 70. These are all great things to do. You're enhancing your health, you're feeling better about yourself, and you're building more confidence that will allow you to apply that to other areas in life. So when you really conquer your fitness, if you ever wanted to go pursue a higher education, if you want to start a business, if you ever wanted to learn a new skill, because you've conquered this fitness area, you're gonna have so much more self-belief to do it in other areas. So Colin, this was really a video for you, but I'm putting it on my YouTube channel because I think so many other people can learn from this. I hope you guys enjoyed this. The main thing is you basically just have to deal with the flack and not judge them for doing it differently. Just love and accept them. This is what I'm doing. I want to do this. And they will eventually become on board. And if they're not, if they're so obtuse they're not able to come on board, well then who cares, you know? That's their loss. So I doubt that's the issue because I'm sure eventually they will support you. But you know, I dealt with this stuff too. When I first started intermittent fasting when I was like 19, a few people thought I was crazy. My aunt was like, "What do you like?" You know, but I basically was able to. If you become educated and you know what you're doing and why you're doing it, then just explain that and just tell them like, you don't need to believe this or you don't need to understand me. But this is what's going on, and you can choose to believe whatever you want. But this is what I'm doing. So those are my words, man. Those are my words. But it's funny because this stuff happens a lot. It does happen a lot. Very, very, very often in everything, not just in fitness and eating healthy, but across all the board. I didn't finish college. I stayed 1 year, then I left college. I started personal training. Then I started to build up my online fitness empire, Kinobody. And so I dealt with a lot of flack from my family, friends, everyone, because I felt like I wanted to get the best education, believe me, and I knew for what I was doing, it wasn't in college. College wasn't really going to give me what I needed to succeed. I could learn more about fitness in other avenues, in other ways, and I could learn how to basically create an online community and help share stuff with people and build a good presence and reach out to people. I could learn that not in school because they don't teach that stuff to the same degree. So, and that's not to be arrogant or pompous. It's just simply the truth. I think university is great depending on your situation. For me, it was not. And I'm much more of an autodidact where I like to be self-taught. I like to focus on, I like to look into myself and to kind of determine what I need to do. I don't want someone else basically imposing what they believe I should learn onto me. For me to buy into something and become super, super laser focused, I have to really believe that this is going to help me. This is what's going to allow me to achieve my goals. And I didn't get that feeling in school. But outside of school, man, very, very, very cool. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel because I'm going to be doing some very awesome stuff. I'm ramping up this YouTube channel. And I have a really sweet membership site, Kinobody Elite, KinobodyElite.com. That's where I do a monthly new workout each month and go really in depth. It's like $9.95 a month, super cheap. But people have been getting super awesome results with that. So it's a cool community. I suggest you guys join if you are serious about getting that Kinobody physique. Anyways, guys, I am out. Take care. Bye.